This video is to help you with part 2 of the drawing molecules assignment. It says make structural diagrams of these molecules. Remember to indicate double and triple bonds as needed. Use an element's valence electrons to determine how many bonds there are. Okay, so we're first going to start with N2. Now we know that because it has a subscript of 2, that means there are 2 nitrogens. So roughly I can think of this as an N and an N. Okay, so and then I'm going to use this chart to determine how many bonds there are. So I'm going to start just by drawing an N and an N. And I know there has to be at least one bond, so I'm just going to draw one bond to start with. Now I'm going to look down here, and I see that nitrogen requires 3 bonds. So an N2 molecule is actually triple bonded. They're sharing 3 electrons. Okay? All right. Oxygen gas. Oxygen gas is O2. So again, that little subscript of 2 means that there are 2 oxygens. So I'm going to start just by drawing 2 oxygens. Okay, and I'm going to look at this chart, and it tells me that oxygen needs 2 electrons, so it's going to have a double bond. So I'm going to draw 2 lines showing that they're sharing 2 electrons. All right, carbon dioxide. So there's no subscript on the C, which means there's just 1 carbon. And then there is a subscript of 2 on the oxygen, which means there are 2 oxygens. So I'm going to put a C, O, O. All right, now oxygen requires 2 electrons, and carbon requires 4. So how can I make each of these oxygens have 2 and have this one get 4? Let's see if I do a double bond here and a double bond here. Now this carbon has 1, 2, 3, 4, and each of the oxygens has 2. Okay, continue this assignment with the rest using this chart and double, triple, or single bonds to indicate how many electrons they're sharing.